Everyone. I wanted to put the video, on the South Africa India Test match. I really didn't expect this bad. I definitely expected India to struggle. I said in my first video on the first day that even when South Africa won the toss and bowled first, that I expected India to lose at least 4 wickets before 100 runs. It happened in the first innings, and strangely enough, it happened in the second innings as well. India lost 4 wickets before 100 runs. And I was saying, in my video today that I thought that South Africa would get at least 100 runs lead, and I expected more. And that is exactly what they did. South Africa getting around 160 something runs lead, and that's a lot. And I expected India to struggle. And Dean Elgar, he didn't get a 200, but a 185. A well played Dean Elgar is a very solid test batsman. He was unlucky to get caught on that ball. He could have probably left that ball, but happens. 185, a very good innings from Dean Elgin. He's retiring from cricket after this series as well. And a very good 84 from Marco Jansen as well. I've said many times that he is someone who can bat. And the Indian bowling was really pathetic. I should say, obviously, the pitch I was saying obviously was eased out. But the Indian bowling, I said, in my video that this is a very average, substandard Indian test team. I can honestly say Prashith Krishna should never be playing Test cricket. Even Jaiswal, he's played some IPL matches and limited overs version. But Jaiswal is definitely not someone who should be playing Test cricket. I'm just pointing out these two now, but there are more players in the team that shouldn't be playing. Uh, but anyway, I'm not going to say that. But India have always struggled in South Africa. India have never won a Test series, and I've mentioned in my first video that in 1996 India were bowled out for 100 runs and 66 runs. India have always struggled in South Africa on the pitches where the ball bounces and there is movement. And India, it's a pathetic display. India getting bowled out for like 130 runs. Way inside 3 days, India have lost the test by an innings and 30 something runs. Kohli getting a good 70 or something, but nothing else in the whole batting side. It's actually crazy to see how India could go into a test match with a side like this. It's probably it's the worst test team that I've seen from India in a long time, even on paper. I did see the test team even before the match started, and that's why when the toss South Africa bowled, I was telling my kid that I'm sure that at least 4 wickets will fall before 100 runs. And I have to say something on video. I don't know how many people have heard this before, or how many people probably still remember this. If people who have heard this, India were known as flat track bullies, especially in Australia, South Africa. They have called Indian batsmen as flat track bullies, which means Indian batsmen are excellent stroke makers on pitches that are flat and dead, where there is no movement for fast bowlers and nothing happens. Dead pitches, the ball just comes onto the bat, like you see in these IPL matches, most of them, and these one-day matches where there's like meaningless 350 scores, 300 plus, 350 plus scores, where the ball does nothing. And on such wickets, pitches, Indian batsmen are very good stroke makers. But when they come and play on a pitch where there is movement and there is assistance for fast bowlers, and even in swinging conditions like in England, India always struggle. India always fish around the outside off stump, get caught at the slips by a keeper, and even the short ball, India has played quite badly. More badly than a lot of teams. For a team that is regarded so high in international cricket, India's test standards outside India have been pathetic. And even in the 90s, and later on, India have always struggled in Australia, South Africa, and England. Everyone knows about that. And it's sad to see that a country like India, where cricket is like a religion and there are so many, plenty of cricket professionals, how can India go into a test match with a side like this? I can't believe that there isn't a better test batsman in this country than Jaiswal, who is just a T20 player in my view, or just upcoming. Maybe after a few years he will groom into a good test player, but at this moment he should definitely not be to play test cricket. And I can't believe there isn't a better bowler than Prashith Krishna. And in all honesty, I'm not a big fan of Siraj and Thakur either, but they have taken wickets before Siraj in some matches, and Thakur a few times. But I would definitely expect India to have better bowlers than that. So I don't know, maybe India don't have, I don't know. But definitely there should be a bowler who is better than Prasidh Krishna. Anyway, I've got no problems with the result of the match. I think it's I was telling my mother as well. It's a perfect result because people should see that this is the difference between the South African Test team and the Indian Test team. The Test team that especially played today, and I don't think India have more resources to go. I mean, there's no Pujara, there's no Rahane in the team. Mohammad Shami could have made a difference. He's not in the team. So a lot of questions. I cannot understand the selection panel who selected this team, and it's crazy to think that. But well done to South Africa. I really enjoyed seeing this hammering of India inside 3 days, and especially well bowled to Kagiso Rabada. 5 wickets in the first innings. He was excellent, and Nandre Berger taking 4 wickets in the second innings, and Marco Jansen also getting 3 wickets. So well done to South Africa, absolutely deserved. And it was excellent to see Rabada taking that running diving catch in the end, the last wicket. It was a perfect fitting end to the Test match. South Africa totally dominating India, but South Africa I mean, you have to remember that South Africa batted today and scored 400 plus. And Marco Jansen, who is not a regular batsman, who is a lower order batsman, a batsman, bowler, he actually scored 84 runs on this pitch. And isn't it crazy to think that the Indian top order batted on the same pitch a few minutes later, and India collapsed like this? So, what kind of answer does it give about the Indian team? Because I'm just repeating, Marco Jansen, who is a lower order batsman or bowler, he got 84 runs on this pitch. And on the same pitch, I mean, a few minutes later, when India getting bowled out for 134. I mean, definitely the pitch didn't change much in that time for sure. So it shows the quality of the South African bowling and the difference in the quality of the Indian bowling, and also the standard of the South African batsman and the Indian batsman at Test level. I'm not talking about these flat dead pitches where you see at IPL T20s one days where ball comes onto the bat, there is no bounce, there is no seam movement, and the batsman just swing through the line, hit sixes and fours every second ball. And a lot of people in India love seeing that, hitting sixes and fours, and they think India are probably the best team in the world, but that is not the case. This is a reality check. This is Test cricket, and this is what a real pitch is like, where batsmen have to play against a ball that is moving, where it bounces, and that is where technical brilliance comes into play, concentration, patience, a lot of character, a lot of things. And most of the Indian batsmen don't have any of these. I mean, especially at Test level. But this is not how cricket was played in the 90s, 80s. I mean, I'm talking about Australian teams, standard teams, but India's Test standards have been very pathetic. And I've said in my video before, India have always been a very poor touring team. I mean, at home, India are like very good with these these turning tailor-made pitches for the Indian spinners, but the Indian spinners can't take wickets outside India, and the Indian batsmen struggle outside India. So India have a lot of things to think about. But anyway, it's Indian cricket's problem, not my problem. That is my video for this match. I'm obviously very honest, and I'm always honest. I don't say anything. I don't make a video to make people feel good. I just say what is exactly happening and what is the truth. There is a saying, call a spade, and that is what I do. And sometimes I think I've got a little bit of Australian blood in me, because Australians normally say things like how it is, and that's what I said. Anyway, thank you, people who are real cricket lovers would understand what I am saying. Thank you for joining in, and take care. God bless you.